Fairforest Creek is an amazing opportunity that we have because it crosses the city from northwest to southeast. And I'll say, you know, we have trails along the Lawson's Fork Creek. Cottonwood Trail has been there a long time. It's well loved. We've expanded that with the River Birch Trail and with some trails up at Drayton. There's also trails at Glendale Shoals all along the Lawson's Fork. And so the Lawson's Fork is really kind of present in Spartanburg life, but the Fairforest Creek is not. It's kind of hidden, and you cross the Fairforest Creek pretty regularly around town, like on WOE-Zell at Dollar General is where the Fairforest Creek crosses. On John B. White Boulevard at O'Reilly Auto Parts, the Fairforest Creek crosses. Down on Church Street, sort of down at the bottom of the hill, right at the city limits, before you start back up the hill heading south, that's the Fairforest Creek, and we don't know much about it. It's beautiful. It is one of the reasons why, one of the reasons that settlers came here in the first place. The story is that one of the early Europeans who got here saw the beauty of the Fairforest Creek floodplain and area and the open space, and it was like a park and big trees, and said, oh my, what a fair forest. And so the Fairforest Creek really is kind of a central piece of Spartanburg, and we're looking forward to opening it up. So we applied for a major federal grant 2 times. The first time was a different route under a different administration, had different priorities, and so we kind of addressed those priorities to try to get that grant. We did not. That was not unexpected. We applied a second year under a new administration with new priorities, redeveloped our route to pull it into what turned out to be the Fairforest Creek. And we started talking about it. Laura mentioned the Fairforest Creek, and I said, well, I'll go down and look at it. And I went down, and there's a sewer right away along it, and it was clear and beautiful and wide open, big trees, lots of water, lots of shoals, and so, you know, that is just right for having a trail.